which is very important from exam point of view. This was the only river valley civilization which produced seals in multiple shapes. It was secular civilization. What was secular civilization? A group of Jain monks went to south. Leader was karma is actually, karma is a strong theory here. Karma is a bane, or it is attached to everyone's life. We'll go for ancient India revision by previous year questions, and this is regarding Indus Valley civilization. Consider the following statements. Regarding Indus Valley civilization, consider the following statements. Okay, it was predominantly a secular civilization, and the religious element, though present, did not dominate the scene. Regarding Indus Valley civilization, few things are there which is very important from exam point of view. First thing is, of course, it was a Bronze Age civilization. Am I right? Few things which is, UPSC repeatedly asked some questions from Indus Valley civilization. You know that there is only one site from Indus civilization got into UNESCO heritage list. Am I right? Which is Dholavira, and it is also known for its unique water management system. Am I right? Okay, fine. So it was a Bronze Age civilization. It was a Bronze Age. It was a Bronze Age civilization. It is not iron civilization. No iron is discovered. No iron is discovered. You understood this? And what was the most sophisticated artistic form of Indus people? Most sophisticated artistic form or art form of Indus people? Can you say? The most refined version of the artist or artistic form of Indus people? That is the seal. That is the seals. They produced seals, and this is the only civilization, while comparing with other contemporary civilization, this was the only river valley civilization which produced seals in multiple shapes. That is rectangular seals, cylindrical seals, circular seals, triangular seals, different seals. Okay, what was the chief material used for seal making? That is steatite. Okay, steatite was, is a soapstone available in the riverbeds, and that is steatite was the chief material used for seal making. That doesn't mean that it is the only material. They also produced seals of these bronze or maybe copper or silver or gold, etc. But the chief material used for seal making, that was steatite. You understood the fact? Okay. Again, see, there are different representations in the seals. Most of their inscription you can see in the seal, and their inscription is not alphabetical. It is not alphabetical. It is pictographical. It is pictographical, and different animals representation depictions also you can see in the seals. But again, you understand that there is one animal which is missing from their seal. That is cow. That is cow. No cow representation. No cow representation in the seals. No cow representation in the seal. You can see their pictographical script. It is short inscription. It is pictographical. Mostly signs and symbols are used in the inscription. Okay, in the inscription it is signs and symbols are used. No alphabet is used. Okay, and the inscription is not deciphered yet. Inscription is not deciphered yet. Okay, again you say regarding this civilization, it was an urban civilization. The mature phase, it was an urban civilization. It was an urban civilization. People mostly lived in the towns and cities. And the cities are, they followed a grid pattern. That means the roads and streets are cutting at right angles, dividing the city into many rectangular blocks. Okay, just like a chessboard, you can see the roads and streets are cutting into right angles, dividing the city into rectangular block. Every block is a self-sufficient unit. Okay, ഒരു chessboard പോലെയായിരിക്കും ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ city alignment കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. They followed grid pattern. Then there is division of the city. There is citadel and lower town. Citadel is, this is the upper portion of this is upper town, where these huge dimensional buildings and this merchant class, priestly class, all the higher classes, they are staying in this so-called citadel region. Lower town is actually, that is this workmen's quarters. That is the common people's quarters or their living place. That is lower town. So citadel is towards the western side or eastern side? Citadel is towards western side, lower town is towards Eastern side, where can you see the granaries or the great bath or that swimming pool or college buildings, assembly halls? Till now, all such buildings are that is in the citadel region. That is in the citadel region, and workmen's quarters in the lower town. And the thing is, the city is fortified. All the cities are fortified, and the citadel lower town, they are separately fortified. All these are features. Okay, take care. And also, coming to this civilization, try to understand that this civilization is, it is a secular civilization. It is a secular civilization. Religion they practiced. Religion they had animal worship, they had a tree worship, iconic worship. They worshipped different animals, different gods. Okay, all those things are there. But the thing is, it is a secular civilization. Religion is practiced, Rashid. Religion is practiced, but it was secular civilization. What was secular civilization? Indus civilization was a secular civilization. And what was the script they used? What was the script they used, Rashid? Post-reference script. It is written from right to left, then left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right. Pictographical script. Am I right? Am I right? Post-reference script. Okay. So some features you discussed with me. You understood some core features of this Indus civilization. Okay. Now the findings are important. Can we say priest-digging statue is discovered from Mohenjo-daro? Eh? A piece of that cotton, woven cloth is discovered from Mohenjo-daro. That nude girl, that dancing, bronze image of dancing girl is discovered from Mohenjo-daro. Can we say that artificial dockyard is discovered from Lothal? Yes, a signboard is from Banavali, Kalibangan, Dolavida. What do you say? Signboard is discovered from Dolavida, Banavali, Kalibangan, Sukotada. Actual horse-bone fossils discovered from. Okay, you go for the findings. The findings, the granaries, 2 rows of 6 granaries discovered from Harappa. Okay, a huge granary, the biggest structure, the huge granary which is discovered from Harappa or Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro. So you go for the discoveries, which is very important. So this is predominantly a secular civilization, and a religion, though present, did not dominate the scene, which is absolutely correct. That statement is correct. During this time, cotton was used for manufacturing textiles in India. That is also true only. They had a cotton trade with the Mesopotamians. Okay, they had a cotton trade with the Sumerians. Those people called, Greek people called this cotton sinden because it produced from Sindh. Okay, so they called the cotton sinden because it is produced from Sindh. Okay, so you see both these are correct answers. Cotton manufacturing, textiles also were there. Answer has to be 1 and 2 only. Consider the following statements about Indus civilization. Ragirgi in Haryana is said to be strictly an urban settlement. Strictly. Sometimes the keywords are saviors. They say that it is strictly an urban settlement. Is that true? Is that true? The same settlement can be pre-Harappan, post-Harappan cultures also. They can represent the pre-Harappan, post-Harappan settlements also. Now, granaries and assembly halls located in the west side of the city. Granaries, huge dimensional buildings are always in the citadel region. Citadel is always western side of the city. That way, that statement is correct. They worshipped cow as fertility goddess. No representation of cow as fertility goddess. Okay, evident from the seals, and in the seals, there is no representation of the cows. Okay, so that statement is wrong. Indus people were the earliest people to import cotton from the west. See, this is not import, yeah. This is export. This is export. They never imported. They exported. They exported. So here your answer has to be, the second statement is correct, third statement is wrong. Am I right? Yes, third is wrong, and even the fourth is wrong. So this is eliminated, and yeah, you make choice out of this. This is also wrong. So 2 only is the answer. That way, first statement also can be eliminated. Am I right? Since this, 2 is correct and 4 is wrong, you see that all other choices are eliminated. Only the choice left with us is 2 only. And in fact, that is correct. You see, sometimes the keywords will save you. Strictly, mostly, always, absolutely, completely, rarely, hardly. Sometimes, not always. Not always. You got the point? Yes, here the answer has to be 2 only. Which one of the following 4 Vedas contains an account of magical charms and spells? You studied that particular Rigvedic culture and later Vedic culture, no? Rigvedic culture and Rigvedic culture versus later Vedic culture. What is the difference here? Rigvedic culture, you get information from Rigveda. Am I right? Later Vedic culture, you get information from Vedika. Sorry, Devika. From what all the sources you get information? You get information from Samaveda Samhita, Yajurveda Samhita, Atharva Veda Samhita, Brahmana Sadhar, Aranyaka Sadhar, okay, Upanishad Sadhar, different sources. Okay, so this Rigvedic age, it is roughly speaking 1500 BC to 1000 BC. Am I right? And this is 1000 BC to 500 BC. Now here the differences, Rigvedic culture, Raja is there, kingship is the biggest identity, Raja is there, king is there, but Raja is with the limited powers. Raja is with the limited powers. Here the tribal assemblies are very popular. Am I right? What are some tribal assemblies? Yes, Sabha is there, Samadhi is there, yes, Gana is there, Vidada is there. Even women can also attend to the assemblies. Women can also attend to the assemblies. Sabha is the elect members or select members assembly. Samadhi is the folk assembly. Am I right? Yes, we have seen tribal assemblies are there. Tribal assemblies are there. Raja has limited power. Tribal assemblies are there. And the Samadhi kind of assembly elect the Raja. And all those concepts we studied. Even regarding the society, it was bit liberal. The society was liberal. It is not that much, even though patriarchal society, it is not that much what is called a watertight compartment. Okay. Then religion we have seen. What was the religion? Personification of natural phenomenon. Personification of Katine Madeni Idiminal. So they personified and worshipped them. Am I right? So personification of natural phenomenon. Then again we said it is regarding what is that? Varna system. Varna system, it is not that much rigid here. Even that Varna system originated in this Purusha Sukta Mandala, 10th chapter of Rigveda, which was added in the later Vedic times only, which was added in the. So here the Varna means it is an occupational division only. Okay. So it was more liberal. It is more a kind of, liberal or maybe tolerant religion. I mean, tolerant and much more a kind of republican kind of the state. Okay. But coming to, it is not purely republican, what I say, comparing with the later Vedic. But coming to later Vedic, so many changes happened. It became a strict patriarchy society. Am I right? Male domination, women lost importance in the assemblies, and even tribal assemblies lost their importance. Gods also, initially in this time, Rigvedic times, that, Indra was the most prominent god. Indra was the prominent god. Varuna was the personification of Varuna god. Rainwater is rainwater, or it is what is that? Wind. Okay, wind and storm and thunder and so that is very important. That Agni is the intermediary god. Am I right? Okay, fine. Then there is Soma. Plants and intoxicants. Somarasam, you see. Aditi Usha, you heard about Aditi and Usha. Goddesses were also there. They were not that much prominent and important, but still, this, like a female gods or goddesses also being worshipped during Rigvedic times. Coming to later Vedic, so many changes are there. So most important thing you have to do here is Rigvedic versus later Vedic changes you have to study. Varna system becomes so rigid, coming to later Vedic times. Now Rigvedic versus later Vedic, what all the changes, political, social, economic, cultural, religious changes that you study. And second thing is, you should know the various literary sources. Rigveda is what? Rigveda is the oldest and most sacred. It is regarded as the most sacred and oldest textbook, Vedic textbook. And rest of the Samhitas, they all originated from this Rigveda only. Samaveda is the hymns set into music for the purpose of singing while performing the sacrifices. Okay, Samaveda Samhita is the Samaveda Samhita. Yajurveda Samhita, what is that? Dealing with what? Dealing with what, Hari Krishna? Yajurveda Samhita dealing with come on, Yajurveda Samhita dealing with the formulas, the rules, regulations for the rituals and sacrifices and all. That is, Yajurveda Samhita. Atharva Veda is regarded as the work of non-Aryans. Atharva Veda is regarded as the work of non-Aryans, which is dealing with that magical charms, spells, and hypnotism, etc. That is Atharva Veda. So Samhitas are collection of hymns in praise of various gods. What are the different Samhitas, Malavika? Rigveda Samhita, Samaveda Samhita, Yajurveda Samhita, Atharvaveda Samhita, Atharva Veda Samhita. Then after Samhita, second portion is Brahmanas. Brahmanas, that is explanatory notes of these hymns. That is Brahmanas. Then Aranyakas are there. Aranyakas are forest books. They are concluding portions of Brahmanas. That is Aranyakas. Aranyakas, prepared by these rishis staying in the forest under the people tree. Then finally, Upanishads, they are the philosophical textbooks. Different Upanishads are there. So this classification has to be very clear to you. Vedic literature, their classification has to be very clear to you. Then the Vedic polity, Rigvedic polity, economy, religion, culture. This is a pastoral economy, mostly pastoral economy, but culture, agriculture practiced. But coming to later Vedic, there Balarama is there, that agriculture become the mainstay of economy. Okay, that changes you study. So coming to this, which of the following contains that magical spells and charms? That is Atharva Veda. They called forest books. They are called forest books, concluding portions of the Brahmanas, they deal with the mysticism and symbolism. They form the natural transition of Upanishads. What is that? That is Aranyakas. Yeah, difference between Rigvedic Aryans and Indus people. Which of the following are correct? Rigvedic Aryans used coat of mail helmet in warfare, whereas people of Indus civilization did not leave any evidence of using them. So Aryans, you try to understand. Aryans, they are warrior classes. They are warrior classes. One of the reason for their intra tribal wars, success. Why they become successful in all their wars? Because of yes, they are they are horse riding people. Horse-drawn chariots they have. And these helmets and padachata, all the elements they have. Okay, you see, yes, they are mostly horse riders, and they have horse-drawn chariots. They are warriors. They are warrior classes. Okay, Aryans are warrior classes. Rigvedic Aryans used coat of mail helmet in warfare. Indus people are very, very romantic people. They are very peaceful people. They love a peaceful society, peaceful economy, peaceful life, and they don't use any kind of these weapons and all those things. Okay, so this statement is correct. Rigvedic Aryans knew gold, silver, copper, whereas Indus people knew only copper and iron. Indus civilization, Iron Age civilization? No, they have no idea about this iron. It was a Bronze Age civilization. They used silver, they used gold, they used copper, they used bronze, but iron is not there in the Indus civilization. Got the point? Yes. Rigvedic Aryans had a domesticated horse, whereas there is no evidence of Indus people having been aware of this, and one of the most debated, statements. Romila Thapar, Panikkar, or maybe Kumarasamy, Smith, all have different opinions. If you go for R. Sharma, also different opinions. But UPC finally, said that Indus people even not having any awareness about this presence of this particular horse. So this statement is correct. According to UPC answer key, this is correct. Okay, you go for historians, you will be confused. Okay, this statement is correct. And the second statement is wrong. First statement is correct. Your answer has to be 1 and 3 only. What was the main difference between mature Indus civilization and Rigvedic civilization? Mature Indus civilization and Rigvedic civilization. Indus civilization was urban, whereas Rigvedic was rural. Is that true? Is that true? Indus civilization, mature Indus civilization, that is 2600 BC, 2600 BC to the 1900 BC. Yes, 2600 BC to 1900 BC, it is mature phase. It is urban phase. Is that true? Yes, that is true. Then this Rigvedic culture, Rigvedic was rural. It is village culture. Is that true? That is true only. Indus civilization more relied on trade, whereas Rigvedic people relied only on agriculture. What is that? Indus civilization more relied on trade, whereas Rigvedic people relied only on agriculture. There is a word only. You see, Rigvedic was pastoral economy, cattle rearing, cattle breeding. I told you. Along with that, they practiced limited cultivation. Okay, so this statement is wrong. Now, Vedic religion was monotheistic, whereas polytheistic in Indus civilization. Do you think this Vedic religion was monotheistic? A single god worship is there? Multiple gods they had. That statement is wrong. Inscriptions of Vedic culture was alphabetic, unlike pictographical script of Indus people. We don't know what the script used by these Indus people, sorry, Rigvedic people, because they used Indo-European language, Sanskrit, that spoken language, but we have no idea what was their script. They don't know even writing, the art of writing. But the Indus people used, a script which is not known to us, even today also. It is not deciphered it. It is not Indus script is not deciphered yet, okay, but it is not alphabetical, it is pictographical. Signs and symbols are used there. So the D statement is also wrong. They are asking for main difference, and out of this, the main difference is, A, Indus civilization, it is an urban civilization. Rigvedic was a rural culture. Now coming to this, what is applicable to Jain doctrine? What is applicable to Jain doctrine? Now look into this. Which of the following statement is or are applicable to Jain doctrine? Which of the following statements is or are applicable to Jain doctrine? The surest way of annihilating karma is to practice penance. The surest way of annihilating karma is to practice penance, according to Jain doctrine. Is that true? Yes. Every object, even this smallest particle, has a soul. Yes. Karma is the bane of soul, must be ended. Is that true? Yes. So your answer has to be? What has to be your answer? 1, 2 and 3. So coming to Jainism, what are the core ideas of Jainism? Can you say? The core ideas of Jainism. Jainism, core ideas. Come on. What Jainism say? Jainism believes in 24 Tirthankaras, and the last Tirthankara was Vardhamana Mahavira. It has 3 jewels. What are the 3 jewels? Right knowledge, right faith, right action. Okay, fine. Right conduct. Okay. Then 5 doctrines are there. What are the 5 doctrines? Yes. Ahimsa is there. Satya is there. Asteya is there. Aparigraha is there. Celibacy, Brahmacharya is there. So don't steal, don't commit violence, don't lie, don't acquire the property of others. Then celibacy. 5 doctrines of Jainism. 5 doctrines of Jainism. Again I said, not I, Vardhamana Mahavira said what? What? All the, all these living things in this world, or all these things in this world, yes, they all have life and soul, and they believe in this immortal soul. They believe in the immortal soul. Next thing is, yes, karma is a bondage. Karma is a bondage. To end this bondage, to end this pain, one has to practice extreme austere life. Okay, so they prefer this extreme austere way of austere life is required for salvation. Okay, the next thing is, they believe in the transmigration of soul, transmigration of the soul. Then they oppose Vedas, they oppose rituals, they oppose priesthood. Then yes, they say that yes, God, they never denies this God concept. They never denies the God concept, but they see Tirthankaras are, superior than the gods. Okay, you see that the creator God is rejected by them. Creator God idea is rejected by them. World is created and sustained by a cosmic law. World is created and sustained by a World is created and sustained by a cosmic law. There is no creator God. Even though God is there, which is inferior to Tirthankaras. Shayadwada is there. The philosophy of maybe. No absolute affirmation is there, no absolute negation is there. All judgments are conditional. Nyayavada is there. Relevant things must be, the reality, the truth, the relevant things must be taken into account by letting go the irrelevant things. Anegandavada is there. The philosophy of Chitra, you are saying? Yes, by multiple views. Truth, reality, the theory of that pluralism. Am I right? Ah, yes. So different philosophies that you go for. So the surest way of annihilating karma is to practice penance. Okay. Then every object, even small particle, has a soul. Karma is the bane of the soul that must be ended. All the statements regarding this Jainism is true. What are the two divisions of Jainism? Digambaras and Shvedambaras, who went for that honeymoon trip to South India. Digambaras or Shvedambaras? Why they went honeymoon trip? Famine. Magadha, there after this death of Mahavira, a famine happened in this Magadha. A group of these Jain monks, they went to south. A group of Jain monks went to south. Leader was Bhadrabahu. Chandragupta Maurya, a founder of Mauryan Empire, also, followed, accompanied them as an ascetic, as a saint. And there they are observed, he observed Samdara, Sallegana, Sravana etc. Am I right? So after the famine, these guys retained, they strictly followed whatever this Vardhamana Mahavira advocated or taught. Okay. They are Digambaras. And then Shvedambaras, Magadhan sect, they had made a little bit yo-yo changes, So they are Shvedambaras. They started wearing white sarees, white dress, etc. Now the question is whether women is admitted into Jain Sangha, Jain monastic order. My question is simple. My question is whether the women has the permission to enter into the Jain monastic order. What do you say? Anila, what is your opinion? Yes. Then what is the problem with the women? Digambara said to no. Okay, fine. The fact is, women can enter into the Jain monastic order. Women can enter into Jain monastic order, but they can't achieve salvation. Okay. Okay. With reference to the history of ancient India, which of the following was or were common to Buddhism, Jainism? Common to Buddhism, Jainism. You see, they opposed to rituals and sacrifices, but supported idolatry. They opposed to ritual sacrifices, supported idolatry. Is that true? No. They propagated middle path as way of liberation. No. They advocated rigorous asceticism and self-mortification. What is your answer? What is your answer? None. So now the question is, what are the basic differences between this Buddhism and Jainism? Can you say basic difference between Buddhism, Jainism? Basic difference, Buddhism, Jainism, basic difference. Eh? Yeah, coming to Buddhism, it follows middle path. Am I right? It follows middle path. Yes, I accepted. And here they say extreme austere life. Extreme path is required for salvation. What is next point? Eh? Okay, fine. Coming to Buddhism. Buddhism say actually God is a fake idea. Those who have ignorance, fear and all those confusion, depression, they only think about God. It's a kind of a revolutionary heterodox sect. Am I right? But here they say that there is existence of God. Existence of God. Anything else? Eh? Karma is actually, karma is a strong theory here. Karma is a bane or it is attached to everyone's life. Okay, here they say that the karma is, this is much more liberal interpretation. Karma is the result of your past actions. If you do good, you will get good results. If you do bad, you will get bad results. Anything else difference? Soul. Soul, here they believe in the immortality of the soul. Immortal soul. Immortal soul, here they believe in this mortal soul. Eh? Sorry. This is Maripai. This is immortal soul, and this is mortal soul. I mean, everything is subject to change. Nothing is permanent here, and it believes in this. It believes in the immortal soul. It believes in this immortal soul. And Buddhism, you see, ഇവിടെ ബുദ്ധിസത്തിൽ കർമ്മ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? ബുദ്ധിസത്തിൽ കർമ്മ ഈസ് it is just, I mean, they are not getting into the philosophical part. മാറിപ്പോയി, പറഞ്ഞത് മാറിപ്പോയി. I mean, എഴുതിയത് മാറിപ്പോയി. ഇവിടെ ബുദ്ധിസം middle path is okay. Middle path is okay. Regarding karma, it is just, it is, I mean, not into philosophical part. They say it is result of your actions here. They simply define that karma is just a result of your actions. Okay, but here they say karma is a bane. Karma is a bane, and they believe in the existence of God, and they, these people, yes, actually, I mean, they are not into that. Okay, and here they believe in this, everything is subject to change. Buddhism believe everything is subject to change, and there is that, I mean, immortal soul. Again, they believe mortal soul. They believe mortal soul. What is that? They believe mortal soul. I mean, onnum permanent alla, onnum sthiramalla, nashikkum. Okay, they believe, Jainism believes in the immortal soul. They believe in the existence of God, but they do not believe in the creator God. Then say karma is a bane, those things. Commonality between these two? Commonality? Both reject what? Vedic authority? Yes, priesthood, rituals and sacrifices. Then Brahminical dominance, caste system. Then both used commoners language. What was the language used by Vardhamana Mahavira? That was Prakrit, and Buddha used Pali. Then both originated from this eastern side of India. Am I right? Okay, fine. Then both belong to Kshatriya clan. Then both appealed to common people. Okay, fine, common people. Okay, but the path is different. One follows extreme austere life, one followed middle path. Who followed extreme austere life? Jainism, Vardhamana Mahavira. Gautama Buddha, middle path. What is that? Middle path, Ashtangika Marga, or that is, eightfold path. What are the three jewels in Buddhism? Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So none is your answer.